Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Damiere Byrd, 42 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the fourth quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll try and run it. Oh no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He's going to loft it deep right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the whip.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Fighting touchdown, Cardinals. Damiere Byrd, 74 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Tannehill forced out to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Not having a chance at all, and that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Hey, that's good.
Back to throw. Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. His tight end Clay, the intended receiver. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, this one was certainly one to remember. At the end, they get the touchdown. Thinking they're going to go for the PAT to tie it. They went for the win. Charles had guts to call it, but it didn't come to fruition.
And I know the actual call happened right here at this game, but it really happened during the week where the head coach told himself, in a situation like this, we're going for the win. They didn't get it, but he had conviction in what he was doing.
So you think those moments often premeditated?
I think they have to be, because if you rely on everything to come to you during the heat of battle, you often make more mistakes. And I think he felt like he had the team that could win, and he wanted to go for it every time.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Nashville.